I'm shining like bling blow, and I see a couple haters in the crowd. Yeah, drip, drip, drop, I'm juicy. Don't really care what you say, and we all on Ducey. It's your birthday, girl, go crazy. Now make it clap and get low. Yeah, now back it up a little more. Yeah, now bring it up slow. You need a stage, the way you putting on the show. Now grab your bestie by the hand and let her know she bad. Say grab a baddie by the hand and let her know she bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? Yeah, I'm fed up, so shut up, don't need your opinion. I'm about to count up your pension. Get up, I need your attention. Hurry up. Keep calm, yeah, never in a rush. See a baddie with a big butt. She a stallion, don't get bucked. Now make it clap and get low. Yeah, now back it up a little more. Yeah, now bring it up slow. You need a stage, the way you putting on the show. Now grab your bestie by the hand and let her know she bad. Say grab a baddie by the hand and y'all know what to do. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? Yeah. If you bad and you know it, then shake it when you show it. If you bad and you know it, then shake it when you show it. If you bad and you know it, then shake it when you show it. If you bad and you know it, then shake it when you show it. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad, you bad. Where my baddies at? Yeah.
Where my baddies at? Who's bad? I'm bad. Where my baddies at?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'd love to hear Gia sing.
Do you?
It makes me so happy.
And they yell at me because I come in early.
I love it.
They hate it.
I don't hate it.
Well, when the Pope goes, oh, look, she can keep quiet till it comes to 1.
Yeah, but where's Pope right now?
I know.
He's on the run from the FDA, the FBI, and the EPA.
Yep.
The EPA as well.
Yep.
For those
in the Vatican
sidebars.
You cannot take away my joy, Popeville.
Have you seen the Vatican guards in the, what is it, the red and gold and the fancy hats and the tights and everything? I bet they're after Popeville too.
The French god.
West. Yeah, he's Vatican West with his own god and
he's got midget guards.
and Vestal Virgins and
and
to clean up that, well, the leftover sidebars are going somewhere. They weren't supposed to be going in his backyard. They were supposed to be incinerated at some point. But that's between him and the government. We have no ties to that officially here. Yeah. As he has fled to Canada, allegedly. Or at least until next week. Folks, we've got a new scroll at the bottom of the screen as Judy brought us news today. What was that news, Judy?
I headed back downtown in 113-degree heat. Thank you very much. It's Tucson in the summer. Thank you. And I had a little bit of an adventure. The courtroom, the Superior Court building is 9 stories tall. I had to go up to the 8th floor. I don't think I'm even allowed on the 9th. And I had to go through the double doors where no public access is allowed, but I got permission.
Ooh,
then go
fancy.
And ask. I know. I felt so special. So I had to ask for an audio recording because there was a court reporter there. They will not give an audio recording because the transcript is the true and best recording of the hearing. So I had to write an email to get an estimate from the lovely court reporter that has done her utmost with Mr. Myers, speaking over people, speaking too quickly, all of that. She's very polite. She gave me the estimate of what was it, $164.50. So yeah, $164.50. That's how much the estimate is for the transcript. We will not be able to get an audio, but we can get a copy of the transcript.
How many pages is that?
She didn't say.
Oh.
But it's a Lane Myers hearing. It's probably an hour's worth of
Yammering.
Insanity. We did the fundraiser last month, and we paid most of the big expenses for the year with that money. I've got a second payment coming in from YouTube, which is a mix of our monthly, what we make each month, plus a little bit of donations left over from that funding. I can technically cover it, but we do need to make the $165 back. If we do get it, we are asking for help. You can see in the scroll below. If you're willing to help out on this one, we'll be making the transcripts public, and then we will be doing a dramatic reading of said transcripts.
Dramatic.
Dear God.
Dramatic.
Yes. In fact, we will even be recording it, not on the air. It will be airing as a special on this channel.
Oh boy.
So that means.
So you need a judge. You need a judge, Lane, the prosecutor, and side count or assisting counsel. You need 4 people.
And probably the court reporter screaming, "Hey, slow down!
Slow down!"
And I'll be incorporating Mr. Pants to help with the music and all that, because he's very good at that, we've been finding out. So, yeah, he knows what he's doing with audio.
What's that Benny Hill song?
Yeah, we can't afford to license that, but we do have tons of licensed music. We're going to do this as a production if we get it, and if you want to help out, please super chat anything. Just go ahead and go for it. I will probably, I do have to eat next month, so this is kind of a big expense to get it, so I've got a decision to make in the next 24 hours or so, just so we can get our money back on this one. Because, yes, thank you, Dave, for a $25 super chat to get the ball rolling. Thank you, Dave. That also counts. Touche. Add 3 days to Coke Dog, plus this 5 days for Coke Dog. Anything that comes in counts towards Coke Dog.
Okay.
Earlier today, Touche, just full disclosure, we had $50 in super chats, but it was immediately negated by 10 gifted memberships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a donation from Merb.
Yeah, Merb sent in the money for it, and thank you, Cranky Elder God, $6.66. So
Merb was in the chat, huh?
Yeah.
And he donated towards documents. Yes.
Wow. Yep. Thank you, Merb.
Yep.
That was, yeah. And then Sathale came in and negated subtracting time from Coke Dog's punishment. Coke Dog is currently banned for almost 3 years. I don't have the numbers in front of me because Mr. Phil and Touche take care of that. And yeah, anyway. So if you are interested, please keep them coming. We've made $30 towards it. Everything helps. And I'll get paid back this money next month in our next YouTube payout, or directly through the GoFundMe, PayPal, or Cash App donations. Yes, we are getting attention from various people around the YouTube empires lately. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, as our numbers really haven't increased that much. But hey, it's nice to know that people are dropping by and noticing our coverage, especially when we are working hard to bring you the newspaper every day. The Karen Reed coverage, which I understand we have someone with a different take on it in our panel tonight.
Who? What?
And
Huh? What? Huh?
And everything else we do, including this show every night. It is how I make my living for right now. I am going to be seeking a new job now that I will have some free time again with this Karen Reed thing hopefully wrapping up. But again, if you can help, please help. That brings us to Karen Reed today. There were 4 questions from the jury. The questions were, what is the time frame for the OVI? Can her interview segments be seen as evidence? If on count 2, if they find her guilty of a lesser charge, is she also guilty of the main charge? And then while they were waiting for responses, they sent in another question. That was, if they find her not guilty on 2 of the counts, but hang on the 3rd count, what happens? So since
was it find her guilty, or was it find her guilty, or was it find
not guilty?
Or okay,
if they find her not guilty of 2 counts, but hang on the 3rd, what happens?
Right.
And so the question
is very reminiscent of trial number 1.
Yes. The answers that they were given was basically, it's up to them to determine the OVI charge, the operating a vehicle while intoxicated. They were told they are the fact finders. They determined that. 2, yes, the interview segments are evidence and should be considered like everything else.
Which they can take fully or toss or somewhere in the middle, just like all the other evidence.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, Judy.
Wait, what?
What?
What did I miss? What?
That's exactly what Mr. Jackson was insisting on coming in.
Word
for word.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Word for word. Number 3 was yes. Yes. Well, it's no. Actually, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. If you convict her of the lesser charge, it does not mean that she's convicted of the main charge.
Like they had to take the verdict sheet and adjust it, like make more notes on it for the jury and hand it out again, right?
Right.
Which tells you perhaps it is confusing to begin with for lay people.
I looked at it and was fairly, okay, what? Okay, I don't know. So, but apparently this is the standard form they get in Massachusetts.
So maybe Massachusetts needs to revisit that.
Yes. And the final one, she said, because it was a hypothetical question, she can't give them an answer, which drew ire from Mr. Jackson because they need some sort of answer. So, yeah, as INS is saying in side chat there, because that would be going into hypotheticals.
And I have a hypothetical question for Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
If the stick that was lodged in your butt came out, would you finally be a decent human being?
He's a lawyer.
Somebody may have been paid to put it there.
Okay.
The thing about that last question that came in while the lawyers were still discussing the first 3 shows you that they are not legal experts. I bet they didn't even realize they were asking a hypothetical. and that if you ask a hypothetical, you can't get an answer from a judge.
Right.
Had they changed a would into a will or something like that, they probably could have gotten the answer they were looking for.
Right.
But
And also, G and I were on the air, and okay, when the first questions come in, the reaction is, okay, they're leaning towards convicting something, so there's one side has hope. Then the fourth question comes in, and Karen Reed is practically dancing around the courtroom. So they're all over the place right now. They're trying to figure this thing out, is my take on it. Anyone?
You want to take from a different chat with a different slant?
Well, that's why you're on the show tonight. Yes.
All right, I'll get ready for all the arrows getting ready to be slung my way. Because I'm sure a lot of my friends, listen, I'm gonna preface this with, I don't have a dog in the fight.
Right.
I don't live in Canton. I maybe went through Canton once on the way to Boston. I have no idea. I like watching trials for the theater of it and for good lawyering. I don't have a dog in this fight. I haven't hidden the fact that I watch live jury stuff with Emily D. Baker. Her take and the chat's take are very different than what I see in other places, which, as far as I'm concerned, is fine, because that's like jury members, right? Like I consider each chat a jury member, that every person sitting in the jury box is going to take in the information in a different way, is going to relate to it in a different way, is going to remember things in a different way. And that's just like the 12 folks that are deliberating right now. So what I heard from a prosecutor of 20 years experience who's done a lot of trials, the questions coming in were asking essentially, can we just they were leaning toward OWI only and nothing else for a guilty charge. That's how Emily saw it. So we'll see.
And that is one that would be hard to get around, or that is also the one that they would be hung on. And I'm not saying I'm agreeing with you on everything, but I am saying that number 2 is the one they're having the problem with. Number 2 is OVI, and number 2 has the most complicated instructions on the form, which is why they'd be asking about it. Folks, side chat, please don't fight. No name calling. Anything name calling gets timed out. So everyone can have their opinions. Just keep it civil, folks, because we're here to host, not to be distracted by side chat. So we all have different opinions. Let's not try to kill each other over this, because let's face it, we all have to get along here. If not, there are plenty of other chats where we can go, or you can go to, and hear a one-sided opinion. I specifically brought Judy on to bring her side of things, because we don't have someone in this group who is on the other, or considered to be the other side. So it's just a different perspective. It's fine.
And honestly, what my big thing is for this case is the same from trial number 1. I don't think John O'Keefe's death was fully investigated. I don't think he got the investigation he deserved. That's who my heart goes out to. All the other drama surrounding this, for me, it's But for me, I don't think he got the full investigation that he deserved. Other people are more than welcome to have a different opinion. I will say Proctor got fired because of it. But yeah.
I have a question about the dramatic reading of the Myers transcript.
Yes.
Will there be need of a dog bite expert? Because I think I could play that role.
What?
We will talk it another time. Folks, again, please calm down inside chat. This is silly. I'm just gonna go ahead and put someone in timeout. Please, just let's all get along.
My honest opinion on this whole Karen Reed trial, from what I've seen, from the evidence I've seen presented, the defense did not make a strong enough case to prove to a reasonable doubt her innocence.
They don't have to. That's not their job.
I understand.
State's job to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. It's the defense's job to poke holes. They don't have to prove a damn thing.
I get that. I'm just saying, from my personal opinion, from what I've seen, I don't think their case was that strong. They really did drop the ball on certain issues and certain experts they brought in. But I do think a conviction is possible. Maybe on some of the smaller charges. Hopefully on the larger charges. But from the evidence of the smaller charges, I could definitely see the prosecution getting the victory on those.
She said herself in those interviews, don't do interviews, people. If you're still, if the case is still active, don't do interviews. No, because the state was able to pull all of that in when she said, well, yeah, I mean, I was driving slowly. Yeah, I'd had a bunch of, I'd had something to drink. Yeah. I mean, it was weak there. So I kept pouring him in. Ma'am, no, then don't get behind the wheel. So yeah, absolutely. She sunk herself on that. I'll give you that 110%. And that with a lot of juries, they like, well, we don't want to do all the bad, but we can, something happens. So we want to do a little, we want to give her a slap on the wrist kind of a thing. That may be the way out for that. And my understanding, not clear understanding, but my understanding is that most OWIs in the state of Massachusetts do not involve jail if it's your first time offense.
Well, look at how many drunk girls we watch every day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How many of those result in actual jail time? Maybe 1%. Maybe. And if it's the first OVI or DUI, it's usually a slap on the wrist. And you get a fine, you get your license suspended for a short time, and that's that.
I mean, I agree with Judy on this part of, maybe the jury is going to try to find her guilty on something for punishment's sake. But I think we could both agree the defense's expert witness in some of these were not the best for her argument, because I don't think it landed well with the jury, especially when the evidence was being cross-examined.
I will be fascinated to hear from the jury if they decide to talk, what hit and what didn't, because that's another thing that I find just absolutely fascinating is how in some chats on YouTube, the stuff hits like, oh my gosh, yes, I knew it all along. And the same testimony will just absolutely be a dud for other chats. So it'll be interesting for me to hear what was important for the jury. I know for the first jury, someone claiming to be a juror said that the defense's expert witness felt like a dud. Like they were just trying to confiscate confuse everything. And it was a no-go. It will be interesting to see if they backed off some on the conspiracy theory. But like Lisa, yeah, the conspiracy theory was so overplayed in the first trial. Legal experts were saying if you serve that up as the defense, the jury's going to expect you to prove that. And again, defense shouldn't be proving anything. Defense should be
Right.
poking holes. So
Well,
if
the
you set yourself
outside-
up for that, you're setting yourself up for failure if you're trying to prove something as the defense.
And the outside influence wasn't as strong this time. Last time they had a whole campaign going on outside of things, using things like Turtle Boy, using things like going to witnesses' houses and literally using a megaphone outside the house on Karen Reed's behalf.
Yeah.
They didn't do that this time, or at least not that we know of. Turtle Boy is facing, I believe it's 20 charges of criminal harassment, and he's in a lot of trouble, even though today Law and Crime Network had a camera on him for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, while he was on the stairs of the courthouse signing autographs, hugging people, and taking photos.
Ew. Ew.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think some of the negativity, at least this group feels, is I can't support anything that supports Turtle Boy.
Yeah.
I just can't. But then again, at the same time, I also can't support the theory that if you go with this conspiracy that was hatched in, it had to have happened in advance for reasons that a cop would kill another cop and leave the cop's body on his front lawn. When, if you know any corrupt cops, they can make a body disappear, including in a blizzard, where you will never find that body. Why put it on the front lawn? And secondly, this is a 1,000-person conspiracy. If you bring in everyone they say is involved in it, no one has broken in 3 years, while Turtle Boy's little groups break up and tattle on each other every other week. So I'm dubious about any conspiracies, especially one that lasts this long, because it hasn't broken, if there is one.
And is it a conspiracy? Is it ineptitude? I mean, red Solo cups in a shop and stop bag. People!
Right. But
People!
also it was the blizzard of the century, and they used what they could get their hands on.
Zoe is licking my toes.
I think that's a good.
And we'll see what lands with the jury. It'll be fascinating. I'm sure there is someone on that jury who is gonna be writing a book soon.
Right.
I mean, because that's what happens nowadays. So we'll see what landed and what didn't, and what happened in the deliberation room. Because that's where judges and attorneys try very hard to not even like go there, not even hint, not push, not anything. And it'll be fascinating to see if any of them decide to report on what really happened. That'll be fascinating.
Right. With that, we're about a half an hour into it. I know there are folks who are jonesing for some drunk girl. Judy, would you like to stay with us for some drunk girl, or do you have to get out of here tonight?
I can stay.
Okay. Let me open my 39 windows of drunk people and see my system crash.
Okay, my potatoes ready. I'm ready to eat. I'm
You
gonna
ready
watch
to eat?
now. I put
Okay.
sloppy Joe meat in a baked potato with cheese.
Yum.
Okay.
By the way, I saw Lisa say earlier that she feels the worst for John's niece and nephew, and I feel the
Right.
same way. That
Oh,
it's awful.
And his
Right.
mom. Nobody should have to bury a child.
Yeah, you're right.
And there is, regardless of this case, there's a civil case going on in the background. And
A couple of them.
yeah, it may end up like the OJ trial where they don't get him in the criminal court, but they get him
And Turtle Boy,
in
too. He's getting
in the
sued.
civil court.
So,
Yeah.
so if this turns into how the OJ trial did, with her being found criminally not guilty, but guilty in the civil trial, will she read a book called If I Drunk It?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry,
That
we
was
need
bad.
gallows humor.
That was bad.
Dude, we got a
Okay.
Mandalorian. We got a Mandalorian.
Sweet.
Mandalorian.
That's the
Oh yeah, we do.
skull.
Yeah, the tattoo.
the
So we are going on to drunk passenger ruins everyone's flight, entire plane forced off.
Oh, don't be that person. Don't be that person.
Officer, listen,
Get
this is your
your
last
shoulder.
this is your last chance.
Get
Come
your
on.
hand.
You're not in trouble at this point.
Why
Get
You're
are
your
you
not
licking
flying.
my
hand off
toes?
my shoulder.
All right. Deboard. Leave your stuff. Leave your stuff.
Okay, sorry.
Leave your stuff. Come off the airplane.
On March 14th, 2024, officers were called to escort a drunk woman off a plane. Little did they know, they'd end up deboarding the entire aircraft.
Hello. Hi. What's your name? What's your name?
Is she traveling with anybody?
You're not answering me? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine.
Okay. Have you taken anything today?
No.
No, have you drinking anything today?
Yes.
Only three
Well, we're just here to
Jack
make sure
and
you're
Cokes.
okay. You're concerning a lot of people.
See my ticket? You checked it when you got on the plane.
I didn't check it.
Your company actually did.
Can you get up for us?
No.
Okay. Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, but I'd like you to get up, okay?
Hi, ma'am. Officer Case, if I can get you to get your stuff and stand up for me. Let's.
She has no F's to give here. Is she that drunk, or does she just have that attitude?
Her S have run it out. She tried to go to the store to buy some, but they were all effing out.
No, she is blitzed.
Yeah.
Delayed flight. What are you going to do?
She's not even opening up her eyes.
She is blitzed. I've seen this one.
Okay.
Get off the aircraft so we can get medics to look at you. Alicia?
They probably sent this one.
And this is a Delta flight. Believe it or not, I believe that is the Delta symbol.
No, she is definitely Parson worthy.
Is she Parson worthy?
I say so because he's trying to pass it on to me, and I can't because I'm the only one allowed to marry people.
Oh, that's right. Parson, you're out of luck this week. Because Hank is not here, and Pope is in Canada. So we have to rely on NCR to marry people this week, and that means everybody's Parson worthy. We'll try to be fair to you, Parson. And this woman is ineligible because she is not sober enough to say no to the charm of Parson.
No, you didn't ask for a
You
what?
have no jurisdiction.
I'll be
to
nice
do
to
that
you
to
then.
me.
I'm a
And
peace
allow
officer
my
of the state of Texas and the
advisors
flight attendant.
to be Parsons' advisors until Pope Phil gets back from his trip.
There you go. So Lisa,
And Sue Bear and Mrs. Tom. They are
okay.
the official advisors.
Okay. Though Parson may not listen to any of them, especially lately, he's been volunteering to get married to a couple of these girls. It's very strange.
Attendants have asked you need to get off the plane.
I don't trust the state, and I'm trying to go home.
You're what, ma'am?
I do not trust the state,
Okay.
and I'm trying to go home.
I understand that, but see, this is a business.
So do not hold me here.
You need to stand up and get off the plane, ma'am.
No, I don't.
Yes, ma'am. Delta Airlines is not going to fly you. Need you to stand up for me. Ma'am, I'm going to allow you to...
For what reason?
I don't... The airlines say they want you off the
For
plane.
what reason?
Because they don't want to fly you. That's the reason they gave me. That's the only reason I need. Need you to
What
stand up.
reason?
I'm going to allow you to walk out under your own power, ma'am, or I'm going to do it for you. Which would you rather it be?
Either.
Huh?
Neither.
Okay, well, that's not a choice. Get you to stand up for me. No, ma'am, it's not. Let's get you to stand up.
If I don't open up my eyes, you don't
exist.
exist.
We're not going to video this right now. Turn it off.
Oh, don't put this on, what is that, Facebook or TikTok? Says she drank 2 shots. She doesn't want to get off the plane.
Alicia, can you do me a favor? Can we do this the nice way?
I want to fly to Boston. That's
Do you know her?
the ticket I booked.
Or you just asked her?
That's my ID that I got on.
All right, here's your
And
choices,
you can
ma'am.
tell me, what did I do wrong?
Here's your 2 options.
Whoa.
You can get up under your own power and exit the plane, or I'm going to deboard the plane, and I'm going to put you in handcuffs and drag you off the plane. Which one do you want to do?
What have I done wrong?
American Airlines is a business. They have the right to refuse service. They have refused you service. Stand up, get your stuff. Let's get off the plane, okay?
What have I done wrong?
They're not flying you, ma'am. I'm not the wrong police. I'm just here. They don't want you on the aircraft anymore. That is their,
So why are you
that's
just
their
being
prerogative.
a soldier?
I'm not a soldier, ma'am. I'm a police officer, but I'm trying to be curt but nice with you, but this plane has got to get moving. You're not going to be on it.
There was nothing that I did wrong. Then sit down in a seat.
It's your last chance. I'm going to allow you to stand up by yourself and walk off with me, or I'm going to deplane this aircraft, and then I'm going to remove you from this aircraft. Once that happens, you're no longer in charge of being able to stand up and do it on your own accord. I'm going to physically remove you from the aircraft. She ain't standing up. Deplane it. Is medics here?
We can see if medics can try to get her to come off.
She sounds pretty intoxicated. I mean, she's slurring and all that. She said she had a double.
Prosecco with a double shot of tequila.
She doesn't want to get off. So, I mean, we can give the medics a chance. If the captain doesn't want to wait.
If the captain doesn't want to wait, then we'll...
Yeah. So...
Options here. We could try to let medics come on and see if they'll talk
Sweet
her
talk
into
her
coming
off? Yeah.
Or if y'all can't wait, have one of y'all basically say...
Our policy is we have to deboard the aircraft before we physically remove her because we don't want anybody to get hurt from that. Yep. We can. Medics are on their way. Maybe they can sweep.
Yeah.
Yes, they're already en route. We're assigned to this terminal. That's why we got here first.
Okay, thanks for coming out.
What are y'all...
I think let's wait for the medics, see if they get her off.
See if they can sweet talk her?
Yeah, because she's definitely not coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll go from there. Just wait here. Maybe us, police are not always we're not the most loved, so let's just wait here.
You guys can brief the EMS when they get here.
Yeah, well,
Just gonna keep you in.
She is not off. She said she did have a double shot. She's slurring words. That's y'all.
Now, what kind of a double shot would do that to someone?
Tequila.
Jägermeister?
Tequila.
Yeah, with Prosecco.
Oh,
Yep.
Plus.
That's
Well,
not all
they
she's
said it
had. That's what I'm
they
saying.
said
That's
it
all.
was a prosecco and double whiskey.
Ew. Prosecco is sweet, right?
I've never had it.
I'm pretty sure that's a sweet one. And see, no,
It's
yeah, I like the
redneck
burn of the whiskey. Man.
champagne.
What was it,
What's
Touche?
that, Touche?
Redneck champagne.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do the sweet stuff. Apparently I have a black hole for a heart, so therefore I like the burn. There you go.
Well, I'm a bourbon man myself, so.
I'm going to see if y'all can sweet talk her off. The captain does not want her on the plane.
I don't know if I'm sweet, but we'll
But if y'all can do,
Yeah, she's still refusing, so... She's refusing, so...
It's not looking good.
Okay.
and it doesn't look like she's, it doesn't look medical. It looks like she's, she's drunk.
You have to go get her.
Okay.
Why does the captain like Dave Grohl from
She's refusing to get off the plane. We're currently deporting right now.
Yeah, anything Italian is garbage. Just ask Anthony.
I thought he was.
He's
half Australian.
He's Bulgarian. Don't even listen to him. He
Oh, he's
wants to be
Bulgarian.
Italian. Yeah, he's Bulgarian.
Like
Yes,
Bruce.
exiled to a criminal island.
Oh boy.
But does
Yeah, just
anyone else
ask
see
him.
Dave Grohl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was the only one.
Okay.
What'd she say? So she doesn't want to be touched. She doesn't want to get off the flight. She doesn't want to get checked out. I said, hey, the pilot wants you to get checked out. Delta wants you to get off the flight.
Make sure you tell him that, NCR. Gia said you're a Bulgarian.
Once she's done, she'll go first. This will be a public intox, so I want her to handle that.
So they deboard everybody first?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna try one more time.
You can try one more time, never hurts.
I've tried for
Ma'am.
I also
that's good.
passed security then.
Ma'am.
And then I
Listen.
waited in the airport and your people let me all
Ma'am.
in. And
Listen, hey.
now you're telling me no?
Ma'am, listen, can you look at me? I'm a police officer. Listen,
Get
this is your
your
last
shoulder.
This is your last chance.
Get
Come
your
on.
hand.
You're not in trouble at this
Get your
point.
shoulder off my hand.
shoulder.
All right. Deboard.
Get your shoulder
She's
off
not
my
there enough to even
hand.
look at me, so yeah, go ahead and deboard. Deboard? Yep.
Don't go up there and be like, ma'am, we're going to start assisting her. If we need to, we'll put handcuffs on, but if we can get her to stand up, we can, but...
Nobody touch her. All right. Understand? Big Mike. Leave our bags?
Yeah, he'll be right back.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, guys. You gotta deal with this.
People can be polite and still go on a fair fight.
We can leave our suitcases.
Yes, leave your stuff. Leave your stuff. Leave your stuff.
Okay, sorry.
Leave your stuff. Come off the airplane. Just leave it.
Hill, will you go in the row behind her? That way, if we need to handcuff her, we can just lean her forward, handcuff her right in the seat.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, there should be an additional charge.
The guy sitting next to her still on, but just wait, kids. Yeah.
Can you try to get over her? Step over?
Yeah,
What's her name, Alicia? Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
whatever.
go. Ma'am, need you to step
My
up and get
universe.
off the plane. If not, I'm going to place you in handcuffs and
What's that, Gia?
I said she didn't give a shit what inconvenience she's causing. It's just like,
Oh,
it's my airplane.
I bought the ticket, therefore.
I am the captain now.
Yep.
Question.
Yep.
yeah.
In cases like this, I think that the person needs to compensate the other flyers for that time.
Right.
If you made it a penalty that if they have to deboard, you have to pay a percentage of everybody's ticket.
That
I think
would
it
be
should be. I think it should be like a flat $5,000 fine.
that
if
would
you
be an
do that-
interesting deterrent.
If
That
you do
sure would
this.
be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have to click a button to buy a ticket that says, yes, if I cause a disruption and they have to deboard, I will pay, 10% of everybody's ticket, because that could be in tens of thousands for a long distance flight. Or if they have to reroute the flight.
Though I agree with you on principle, I think ethically the airlines couldn't really enforce that.
It would have to be like a class action lawsuit against her personally.
Yeah, this is
And-
federal, right? This
And
is
not
federal.
a Mandy kind of a class action lawsuit, an actual class action lawsuit.
But think if you were connecting to a flight, let's say this was going to New York and you were going overseas and you missed your overseas flight because of her.
Well, they don't book flights that close. No. Not connecting flights. They don't.
I beg to differ.
The
Delta?
pilot has to be on the ground for 30 minutes.
Right, but at least transfer flights. Yeah, I'm a fat man who's had to run.
Yes.
Across Atlanta.
Yes.
Across.
Yes.
Detroit. Across.
I have too.
LaGuardia.
And if they have enough connecting passengers, they will wait.
Yeah, LaGuardia was fun because I did a dead run and got there, and suddenly the plane was delayed because it was overbooked. And they were offering $1,500 for people to get off the flight.
Yeah. Now, I was on a flight that had to deboard because of an issue like this, and the crew timed out. So then they had to bring in a whole new crew because one person caused a fit.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
6-hour delay.
Well, I do know that there are some airlines that if you cause a disturbance like this, they ban you from the entire airline.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
According to some, I am a fat man. Yes.
And
Are
to
you a
answer Mrs.
fat
Tom,
man in a
Yes.
little coat?
Yep. I am a fat
Uh,
man too.
and to answer Mrs. Tom, I was going to take the money, but then they said they did not need me to take they had found enough people who took the offer. So
They deprived you of so much Taco Bell.
yes, they did, which I can't have for the next 5 years. Thank you for reminding me. Oh yes, and today I noticed in the sink one of the other adults in the house, stopped at Taco Bell today because their wrappers were in the garbage and the drink was in the sink.
Oh, they are taunting you. They are taunting
Good
Tim.
for them. Good for them.
Uh-huh.
Good for them.
I think on payday I'm
Yeah.
gonna have Taco Bell while we stream.
Okay.
Ew. Yuck. Yuck.
Anyway, let's get back to this.
Take you off this plane. This is your one and only warning.
Hello?
Ma'am?
She hasn't even opened
Do
her
not
eyes.
take my belongings. Do not take my belongings.
That got her eyes open.
You gave me my one and only warning to get off. Why would you do that? I was getting up.
Only gave me one warning.
Let go.
Let go.
Wait,
Let go.
I
Give me
was
my
getting
one and only
up.
warning back.
I was getting
Stop
off.
fighting it. You're making it worse.
Didn't you see
Is she
me?
in cuff? Is she unbelted?
Yeah.
All right, stand up, ma'am.
I got
Only gave me one warning.
Walk. Ma'am, start walking.
She might not be able to.
And mods, they can come in and do their hand gestures. They can also say free Karen Reed. Please do not remove those comments unless they start spamming. Just making clear. Hey, hey.
When was Karen Reed ever not free?
Well, that we've had those comments earlier that was removed.
Yes.
So they
Good.
can go ahead and say those comments. We are allowing that. Please don't remove those comments unless they are spamming them.
Okay. I just want to point out she was never in jail.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, say what you want. Just don't be rude. Don't be insulting. Don't be derogatory.
Right.
Thank you. You can just leave it. Thank you.
Being derogatory is my job.
Yep.
Hank, we've got drunk lady who hadn't opened her eyes until now, made the whole plane deboard. And now she's in the process of being taken out.
And she just said, but I was getting up. I was getting up.
Yeah, I'm sure she hears that from her boyfriend a lot.
She's got her bag in this bag.
They got her.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Do you have any bag?
All I was trying to do was fly home. And I don't know why you all got so salty. So we got no water here. Don't leave me without a thing.
We have your bag behind us.
What have I done wrong?
You were told to get off the aircraft, ma'am.
For what reason?
They did not want to fly you anymore.
Because you didn't want to fly me?
Ma'am, I'm not the airlines.
I'll fight you till the day I die.
Well, they can check her out. We'll get that way. We can get the people started boarding again.
Yeah.
I really think they need to up penalties for that. They really need to up the penalties for this.
We were just discussing that. It was proposed like a flat fee of $5,000.
That doesn't even cover the airline's loss.
Right.
And then everything you cost all the other passengers on the plane.
That's what Touche's point was. Yep.
Yeah, I said they need to give everybody a percentage of their ticket back because some might be getting transferred to a different airline and miss next flight.
I do know somebody who was on a plane when it had to be deplaned for a drunk person to be removed. The airline did give him compensation of a future flight.
Yeah. When
That's
mine
nice.
happened, the crew timed out, so we had to wait for 6 hours for a new crew.
Oh,
That's when it really sucks, is if you time out a crew.
What really sucks is when you're stuck on the tarmac with the doors closed.
Theoretically now, theoretically now, based on the passenger bill of rights, they can't keep you there. They only do it for a certain amount of time. I can't remember what that time is.
Yeah, well, when I got stuck on the tarmac, it was for 8.5 hours.
Oh man!
How long ago was that?
For a decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the passenger bill of rights. Theoretically, that shouldn't happen anymore.
Yeah, that came out after my fun with that shit.
Perfect timing for you.
I was leaving Chicago with my husband and 2 kids, and our flight was delayed. And if you don't fly into Orange County by the time of their curfew, your flight is canceled, or they divert you to Los Angeles. Our luggage was already on the plane. They wouldn't give it back to us. They gave us a voucher for a hotel. I had no toothpaste, no clothes, 2 kids, no food, and booked on the next plane the next morning.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fine.
Unless the delay is the airline's fault, they usually don't pay anymore.
Yeah, they gave me a airline voucher. I mean, a hotel voucher at the Hilton.
Yeah.
Hotel voucher. Yep.
If it's a weather delay, you don't even get that.
Yeah.
And while I'm thinking about it, if anyone wants to watch this video on their own, please follow the link inside chat. Please give them a like, share, subscribe, and comment, and a thank you for...
Please follow the bouncing link.
Yes, and thank you for not hitting us with a copyright
My guess for
strike.
BAC would be above a 0.25.
Yeah. I don't think they'll be testing her, but yeah, she's out there. She wouldn't even open her eyes for the first 5 or 6 minutes there.
Stop hurting me.
They might alcohol test her just to find out if they need to get her to medical.
Yeah.
Right.
Sit her over here. Let medics check her out.
Medics check me out for what?
Make sure you don't have any medical problems, ma'am. Ma'am, did you have any carry-on bags?
We don't know if she had a bag.
Are these your only bags?
Yes.
Did you have a suitcase?
Yes.
What did it look like?
I had wheels.
Black bottom.
Do not spit on anyone.
I didn't spit on anyone.
She spit.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Alicia.
Where are you flying to today?
Boston.
Boston?
My
Okay.
flight was an hour late.
Okay. Okay. Do you have your ID on you by any chance?
And I got on the...
Bag?
Oh, yeah.
Relax. Relax.
Yes.
Can I help you get your ID out really quick?
Yes, if you unhandcuff me.
No, that's not gonna happen.
No, it's not in there.
Is it in this one? This one?
Yes.
Can you tell me your address really quick?
So, even if she's not a public intox, she's CT.
Technically, if you say get off or you're gonna be arrested, she says no, and they're deboarding, and she gets off in the deboarding, you just steal it.
Look, Alicia is your name.
Anyone else just here, Patty?
Yeah, his voice was very high. I was trying to look around to see who was talking, and his lips were moving. So yeah, the voice doesn't match the face.
I wasn't looking at the screen, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, The voice didn't match the very male, very bearded, large gentleman.
She's closed her eyes again, so we all don't exist.
Does Mike Tyson's voice fit him?
Nope.
No, it does not.
Judy, how do you deny my existence? I'm real.
I don't deny your existence. She does.
I deny his resistance, though.
Yes, he does.
Right? We're just trying to figure out what's going on. We are called because there was a medical emergency on the plane. You weren't listening to us. Your eyes were closed.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want to sleep.
Okay, that's fine, but you weren't answering us. You were ignoring us.
Does not every businessman.
Okay, did you have anything to drink today?
Yes.
It's not illegal to drink or to be drunk, but we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Exactly.
How much did you have to drink?
Today?
Yeah, today.
About 6 drinks.
About 6
Oh my
drinks?
God.
About 6 drinks of what?
Port. Ports.
Ports? Is that a beer?
Port wine.
Port wine? Okay.
Do you want a witness statement from?
Yeah, I just want to.
Well, I can get paper.
If we can get
She's
one
almost
from
Karen
just
Reed
one of
level drunk.
The one who said she saw her acting strange, and was it the nurse?
Well, I guess the problem is they're going to try to get this flight out as soon as
Well, we can get
possible.
at least, if we can't, at least get it on body cam. For the one saying they wanted her off, she refused.
Well, he's got the handle.
Yeah.
I met one guy that I thought might be kind, and I tried to change my seat. And then...
All this happens because you want to change seats?
Yeah.
Maybe next time just stick to the same seat.
And that's exactly where I sat, which is on my ticket.
If you want to pick that stuff up.
All right, Alicia. You want to stand up?
Don't tense up, ma'am. You're going to be placed under. We have your bags. The gentleman has your bag.
Will the real Alicia please stand up? Please stand up.
In public.
What have I trespassed?
You didn't get off the plane when they told you to get off the plane.
Hi,
So you're under
Zoe.
arrest for criminal
Have fun
trespass
with
and
your
public
squeaky.
intoxication.
Well, I
There's
need
a
my
squeak.
suitcase as well.
It's squeaky time.
That will be. It's on the aircraft.
Oh, Jesus.
For like time to her legs. I love it.
What was that?
Zoe squeaks her time with her legs. I love it.
Yes.
It's absolutely nuts. Don't look at me like that.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Is your card? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything in your pockets?
We'll stand her up.
Stay up.
Yeah, my ID. My ticket to ride.
Ma'am, I will prone you out if you don't stop kicking.
Yeah, that was a perfectly timed squeak for the kick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
All right. Prone her out.
I got her feet. It's not very nice to kick me in the foot.
It's also not to hold to hold people's foot down. Hey, you got this.
Get in.
Where's my belongings?
They're gonna go with you.
Where are they? They're there.
They need to add another strap to the cop cars and strap the legs in front of them.
Oh, she's awake now. She's awake now.
Going through my all I did was try and peacefully get on a plane.
Huh?
Jesus Christ, how hard is that? To get out of the state.
What?
Can I please have a cigarette?
47 on being route to jail. One adult female starting launch 102555. All right, Alicia. So this is what's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna get out. We're gonna stand in this little sally port right here, and you're gonna get patted down again, okay? Then we're gonna go inside.
Is her name
and you get patted down
Felicia?
again by the jail staff while they ask you questions. You know what I'm saying?
What did I do that was illegal?
Okay. Well, come on, sum me up.
So you wouldn't come off the plane when you were asked to. That's criminal trespass. Okay. And also it's.
I bought a ticket.
Okay. Yeah, they kicked you off. Basically, they have the right to refuse service to anybody for any reason. Okay. So once they ask you to leave and you don't leave, that's criminal trespass. Okay. Not only that, but also you're intoxicated in public, and then also you resisted arrest. Okay. So you're under arrest right now. It is what it is. We're going to take you in.
It's nice of them not to include the kicking out.
But you have to make this easy on yourself, all right? Because if you continue to resist, there's going to be additional charges. Does that make sense?
All right, Alicia, you ready? Come on, step out.
Can I have my vape?
No, you can't have your vape. I already told you that. Come on.
I need a cigarette.
Step out.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah, come on.
I would like some
They don't let
nicotine.
you have any kind of vape, smoke, anything
Yes,
like that.
I know.
So-
I understand that.
Okay, then.
How the hell was she
understand
gonna make
that,
a
and
flight
then-
if she can't?
Remember what you said about making it easy? Okay.
Why?
Step out.
Why are you doing this?
Come on,
to
step
me?
out.
Hey.
Can you please just give me one cigarette?
No, you can't have a cigarette.
Yeah, we've already got handcuffs on, so we're not going to take them off just so that you can take your hit off of the vape. So head on into here.
Why the would you do this?
Just separate your feet, okay? All right, you don't have anything on you?
What? You want celery?
Ma'am, undo your hands, please.
Undo my cuffs, and I will.
Ma'am, I'm
You're under arrest.
I
We'll
do
do what we
not
tell you to
think
do.
you are in
I'm
a
gonna ask you one more
position to
time.
negotiate, ma'am.
Yeah, she's trying to negotiate.
Ma'am,
Maybe
you are
she's
not in a
sobering up.
position to look at that officer's face. You
Yep.
are not in a position to negotiate, ma'am.
They want to take her jewelry off, and she ain't having it.
Make it easy. You don't have to be like that. Just undo your hands because we're gonna undo them if you don't do them yourself.
You already have my fingerprints. You just asked
We
to
need
take
to
my
get your
stuff.
rings.
I can fold you like yesterday's laundry. Best behave.
No,
I'm gonna ask you one more time.
no, let me go.
Ma'am.
What did I even do wrong?
So we just gonna jack them up. You gonna hold that one?
Ow!
You gonna hold
Yeah,
that one?
they're gonna
If you
make
comply,
her.
this won't hurt.
That one. Yeah, we go.
Ow! You're hurting me! Stop!
We gave you the opportunity to do it yourself, and you wouldn't, so now we have to do it for you. If you kick one of us, you're gonna get felony charges.
I'm just trying to get my hands free. Your
Your hands will not be free in a second. You're not gonna sit.
You can't cooperate. We don't cooperate. Let's go.
No. Please, thanks.
Go to your
Let
knees.
this all okay.
Right, go to your knees. Drop down to your knees. Go to your knees. Go to your stomach. Onto your stomach, Squatter.
Stop rubbing my hands. I said I could fly to you. Stop.
So when I take off these restraints, I need your shirt. Give me your shirt. Do you understand? If you don't comply, you know what's gonna happen.
Get your hands off me, and I can give her my shirt. I will do it myself. And I asked you to get get your hands off me. You're the one who's not understanding now.
That's right. They're the ones who are wrong. Of course.
Yes, your record of compliance with them is not one of trust.
Oh gosh, look at her eyes in that still. They are not focusing.
For those who can't see the screen, she was charged with criminal trespass and public intoxication.
Judy,
Hmm?
does she look like a Simpson character with her eyes?
Little bit. One thing I have decided is to not go through Dallas Fort Worth Airport intoxicated. That is
There you
what I
go.
have decided for myself.
It's not really wise to be in any airport intoxicated anymore.
But especially Dallas
Yep,
Fort Worth.
yep.
They are on you so fast.
Yep.
Are you the mother?
Okay, folks. Parson, thank you for being a member for 10 months. He says she is perfect for NCR. And as far as the deleted member, deleted, I will take a look. But we're about to come to an end to tonight, so we apologize if that was deleted in error. That said, folks, we are at the end of another night. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back with you at 8:55 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern Time for another day of the Karen Reed murder trial.
Ghost Dog is up to 992 days.
Alrighty then. With that, we're going to get out of here. Thank you again for everyone for being on panel. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.